Oh, we're doing it now?
Yeah!
I was waiting.
Hello everybody, I am Hailey Berry, and today I have a special guest.
Hello everyone, my name's Vogue Megaqueen.
And Vogue is my drag mum, and she birthed Hailey Berry.
It was a long labour.
And today we're going to be talking about hair, wigs, what to do with them, where to buy them, how to put them on, and how to clean them.
Very exciting. I love wigs.
Now, as you know, no drag queen is complete without a wig.
I was going to say, well, I look pretty snatched without my wig.
Mom, there's a pussy! Is there?
Yeah.
And with that, let's get started. Now before we put on our wigs, there are a few steps that we have to take. The first step is spraying our hair back so it is flat and a good surface to work with a wig cap.
And if you have long hair like me, you need to tie your hair up first. So let's do that. Now, if you're wearing a flat wig, you want to tie your hair up a little bit tighter and as flat as possible. And if you're wearing a long styled big puffy wig, then you can just have a bun at the back. And then once you've tied it up, you want to just get some hairspray and get a brush and just brush it all back. And really get into your sideburn area too, because if you're going to glue on your wig, then you want that to be as smooth as possible so the wig sits flat and you don't glue your hair to your face because you'll rip it off with it.
And no one wants a wig to fly. Now I'm going to do the same on my hair. Do I spray it all?
Yeah.
Spray it all and then brush?
Yeah. Perfect. And now that is done, we can apply our wig caps, or in our case, pantyhose.
That we cut and tied up.
Oh, mine's not tied.
Oh, because you have long hair.
So when you put it on, you just want to put it on from the front and pull it back to pull your hair back in it, because if you put it on from the back and pull it forward, you're going to pull all that hair that you've just sprayed back forward, and that's not what you want, because you want all the hair away so you have a smooth surface to apply your beautiful wig. Perfect!
Like all drag queens. Uncle Fester's cross-dressing again.
Okay, so once you have your wig, you just want to, if you need to, if you have a small head like myself, you'll need to do up the clips inside, and that will just make the wig sit around the back of your head a lot tighter than, say, if you didn't do it. And you also don't want to do it too tight, because sometimes it can actually pull too tight at the back and pull your wig forward. This one's quite big, so I'm going to apply it from the back. Some people apply their wigs from the front, but this one's so heavy as it's double stacked.
Now where's the wig from?
This wig is a Love is Indie hair wig, and I had it styled years and years ago, and I just found it actually in my wig box when I was cleaning my wigs, and I decided to wash it and style her up. So I styled her myself. So once you've got the wig on the front and your lace is happy there, you can stick your hand in the back and pull the elastic down if you have a ponytail over your ponytail, and make sure that it's at the back and it's sitting all flat and good to go.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they...
Okay, so once you've popped your wig on, it should be sitting on your head nice and secure, and the only things that should be loose is where you need to glue your lace on the sides to make it sit even more perfect. So you'll need to get your spirit gum. Now I find that the Crayola and spirit gum do the best glue. So you want to get some spirit gum on your brush, and you want to get right on that hairline. Try and avoid getting it in your hair. I know you can see I just got it on my hair, but that's okay. And you just want it to dry a little bit and get tacky, because that's when it sticks the best. So then just follow that on the other side. And you probably only want to go up to as far as I went, to about here. That's all you really need to do, because if your wig is on properly and tight, it will hold it. And then what you want to do is get stocking, some old stocking, and just hold it down. Admiring my beauty. And you just want to peel it off slowly. You don't want to rip it off because you don't want to undo that glue that you've just done. And then again on the other side.
You look really good on camera. I mean, really good.
She's a movie star.
She's Hollywood, she's beautiful, she's gorgeous.
And then you just want to keep pushing it down so that it dries and is stuck to your face. It's probably not the best lace, but you know, from back here she looks good. Linda Evangelista. Oh, she looks like Linda Evangelista. She's a model, she's beautiful, she's working it. Yes, God, yes, yes. Ooh.
Have you ever said that before in your life?
Never. And that's how Vogue's 101 tricks on gluing on a lace front wig. I'm gonna go to my hairdresser tomorrow. She's gonna be like, excuse me, what's this in your hair?
Okay, so now Mama Vogue is gonna put on her baby's wig for her. And my wig is from Wigs by Vanity, and she has some of the best wigs around, and her website will be linked in the description below, as well as
Love is Indie hair. Let that dry a little bit so it gets claggy, and then that's when it will stick the fastest and the best. If it's too wet, it's going to take longer to dry, and then sometimes it can go crusty and just look like a bit of a mess.
like me, my first performance.
You were great.
I was terrified. I finally learned how
And
to
see how that just goes on straight away.
And there we go.
So you can do the slick back, or you can flick it out and have it a little bit more in your face. But if you've glued your wig down properly and smooth, you should be able to wear your wig however you want. And don't forget to put on your earrings after you've put on your wig. Isn't that right, Hailey?
Yes, I'm feeling victimized. One of the earrings broke.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Where's that was so expensive and I gave them to you. No jokes, that were real cheap. I can get you some more ones, some new ones. Or just have a look at House Priscilla, they're really cheap.
Are you feeling yourself on the camera? Okay, now that our wigs are all applied, we're going to talk about wig maintenance. Now, to maintain a wig and stop it from being all crusty and dirty and disgusting, there's a few things that you have to do and have to know.
To go with your makeup too, you've got to do your makeup to match the hair.
Yeah.
Like for some makeup, like if I'm doing a show, I have to do a really neutral face if I'm going from like Dolly Parton blonde to sheer black, do you know what I mean? Like some makeups look really good with black hair, and then when you put on blonde hair you look like you're a fucking vampire. Or vice versa, do you know what I mean? So you, I think that if you did more of like sepia tones and a bright lip with the brown hair, it would look nicer than say your blue
or purple.
Or your purple. Oh, purple looks alright with dark. But if you do a darker eye with a brown, softer lip, so lighter lip.
And I have a wig from Styled by Esther here. It was the first wig that I ever bought and wore it to my first show, my first performance. And as you can see, it's in a bit of a mess. It's tatty, it's been teased, and it's overall just not as good as it was when I first got it. And there's a few things that you can do to make sure that this does not happen, like cleaning the lace on a lace front wig so that it doesn't get stained with makeup and spirit gum. And when styling a wig, make sure you know what you're doing, because I've made that mistake and ruined this wig.
Oh, it's saveable. All wigs are saveable. But the trick is not to use too much product when you're back combing and teasing it. Get it into how you want it, and then you can use a little bit of hairspraying products to hold it into place. But the trick is not to over product, because once you over product, it's really hard to work and it just goes a little bit frizzy. But I'm going to walk you through cleaning your lace. So it is important, like I said before, to clean your lace because otherwise it doesn't sit right, it doesn't glue right, it looks horrendous in person and in photos. And the last thing you want to do is, you know, there's lots of queens around Darwin and Australia that don't really clean their lace, and in the photos it looks really bad. So don't be one of those queens. So you want to get some acetone, or you can get some spirit gum remover or alcohol, even pure alcohol. Some queens will use a toothbrush, and basically they'll put the wig on their knee and they'll get, or on the ground, they will get a towel, a tea towel or something on one side, so on the inside of the wig, and then they will grab their trusty toothbrush. These are really good for drag, gluing down your eyebrows, cleaning your lace, putting cool shapes on your face and effects on your face, lots of things. But you want to get the acetone on the toothbrush, a little bit on the toothbrush, or you can use a makeup pad, those little white pads, and you just want to scrub the lace and clean it, and that will get all the spirit gum off it and make it clean. I personally then like to get a makeup wipe and just wipe over the lace to get off any residue, because if there's still residue on there like spirit gum remover or alcohol, I find that it doesn't stick and stay as well as it would if there was, say, no product on there. So that's really important. So clean your lace, drag queens. It's very important if you want to look beautiful like this.
And like this as well.
So that's cleaning your lace. And I do that every time I wear a wig. Sometimes I don't, and then I get to a gig and I'm like, oh no, it just doesn't look like how I wanted it. Or I take a photo with a shadow, and then that's when you'll really notice it, and that sort of ruins the illusion of the wig being your real hair.
It's not my real hair.
No. I mean, yes it is.
Scared me.
But maintenance with your wig, if you want to wash it, well, you shouldn't want to wash it, you should wash it because it's disgusting. And if you haven't washed your wigs before, wash them and see the colour. Oh, it's horrendous, girl. But you want to use something that's high, it's got a high range of silicone in there, because that's going to coat the hair, stick to the hair, make it smoother, make it nice, and put the shine back in your wigs. And then I always like to steam. My preference, some queens might do it different, but I like to steam the hair out. So with a brush and a steamer, and smooth it all out, brush it all out, get all the knots out, and then if you want to curl it, if you want to style it, you do everything from there. So I would steam it straight, get all the knots and all the yucky bits out, make it look nice, trim the ends nicely if they're looking a bit ratty, and then you can put your rollers, or you can tease it up and you know, have a straight wig.
Okay, now we're going to talk about some of the what not to do's with your wigs. How not to ruin them.
So if you have a gorgeously styled wig, or even not a gorgeously styled wig, and it's just a shake and go, or just any kind of wig, living in Darwin, I'm sure there's lots of people living in Darwin that's going to be watching this video. It's really important not to leave your wig in a hot car. I have had to save a few drag queens' wigs, I'm not going to mention names, but I'm sure she's watching. I have had to save a few wigs from people that have left them in the car, and the heat just makes it flop, just ruins it. So keep your wigs out of the direct sunlight, especially in Darwin, it's too hot for them. And you know, keep them in place. If you have a beautiful curled wig, or like a Marilyn type wig, or a 1950s wig, or anything that has a curl in there that you don't want to drop, the best way to keep them is your wig on the wig block, and then the wig net over the wig, just to help keep that curl, keep that bounce in there. And also you can spray a little hairspray on it when you put it on your wig block, and put the wig net on, and then it will just help it keep its shape for a lot longer. I've got a couple of wigs that I've had for about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years now, and they're still in pretty good shape, actually.
And also never ever put a hot straightener to a wig. I've made that mistake because it melts the hairs together if it is a synthetic wig. If it is a human hair wig, that's a little bit different because it is human hair and it can stand the heat. But with a synthetic wig, you do not want to put a straightener to it.
You can also get heat-resistant synthetic wigs. It can only be up to 175 degrees and lower. Any more is going to burn it, even if it is heat resistant. But steam is okay. I've never burnt my wigs with steam. My wigs have always been shiny and beautiful after I've steamed them.
Absolutely, because you're the professional.
That's why I get paid the big bucks.
I don't get paid anything.
You gotta start somewhere, kid. Lucky she's cute though, right?
Is she?
Maybe. She thinks she's cute. No, she's beautiful. She's beautiful. So it is also important when you have a wig, they are very expensive, so please look after them so that you get the best wear and the best out of your beautiful, gorgeous styled wigs, or even if you style them yourself, the best way to keep them is on a wig block, because that's gonna help them keep their shape, help the lace keep their shape. If you spend so much money on a wig, girls, look after them. Put them on a wig block. It's not hard. They're real cheap from Spotlight or Asia or anywhere. Get them shipped in. But they will last the longest and look the best. Lace at the front and everything if you just keep them on a wig block.
Now we're just going to cut to a little bit of a montage of me and Mama Vogue together. So I just want to thank everybody for coming in today and for Mama Vogue for appearing in the video. All of our social media links will be down in the description below. Go follow her, go and check out. She is amazing and beautiful and gorgeous. And she is probably one of the best people I've ever met.
Aw, bless. Thank you. I didn't pay her to say that, I promise. But thanks for having me to your house and on your latest episode of how to apply your wig for drag up your life.
And we'll see you again next time. Goodbye.
See you around Darwin.
Mwah.